Hello, good evening. Hey Lee, I'm doing okay. I hope you are as well. We'll get started here in just a minute. I'm just making sure everything is up to snuff. Blade Runner video essay. You did! I haven't watched it yet though. Hey Tay, hope you're having a good day. I'm having an okay day, K9. Hello. How's everybody doing? I'm just finishing up a Pokemon game that I thought I'd be able to finish by the time stream started. And let me tell you, I did not. So I'll just finish that really quick and then we'll play Bird Game. Your memory is bad? Oh, mine's horrible too. I don't blame you. It's okay. It's okay. Also, fair warning before we get too far into the stream. I know like nobody's here yet, but I'm going to be hitting this good old catnip pretty hard this stream. Just saying. So get ready for really stupid shit to fall out of my mouth. Oh, I need my tail on. I keep forgoing to put my tail on. You need something to keep your mind off things? Yeah, I do, for sure. Lots of, excuse me, lots of just emotions running through my shit. Tay gonna be toasted? Tay's gonna be Zabooma food, dude. Nah, I don't want to get, like, pass out high, but I definitely want to be more comfy than I am. I'll try my best. Oh, thank you, Lee. I appreciate it. You just being here is so fucking great. I love you guys so much. Okay, we can watch the rest of this Pokemon game. I'm just in the middle of a theme deck battle tournament. Oh, I have something really exciting for you guys tonight, actually. We'll get to that a little bit later, but when there are like more people in, because it's going to be like a cool community engagement thing. I'm very excited about it. So recently found a video essay channel because she was showing how Bloodborne is about femininity. Ooh, hope you can get your mind in a more cozy space. Me too. You're gonna be engaged to your whole community. That's a lot of folk. Yeah, polycule for life. No. Based. Oh my god, that's a KO. Absolutely cracked. But yeah, it should be really fun. It's a voting thing, so you'll get to vote on something. You know, your patriotic duty. I think in my next place that I'm gonna live, I'm going to make it so that the stream setup is in a way where I can hit a button or like move the camera or something and just be like lying in a beanbag chair or like a human-sized pet bed and just fucking vibing in that. That sounds like a lot of fun and very cozy. It'd be great for like controller games too, because I can just kick it. That's bad. What? Oh, thank you. Okay, I was hoping that the stream emote things are working. It just took him a second to kick in. She's just always lying down. Based, honestly. I'll put Frofro up. Because we're probably going to be doing return again here. Yeah, because I don't want to Ultra Ball yet. Hand size is really important in theme deck battles. It's not horrible. It's not great, though. There's a way to come back in this game, and it's not hard. I just have to make it work. Can't mention her because she's testing what can be okay by Twitch. Interesting. She has a femboy podcast. Cool, cool. We love femboys. The good femboys. There's some not so good femboys out there for sure. We are going to move Witzel up. I want the most out of this Lily. So we're gonna do this. Go into a Flaffy if we have it, thank God. Lily. I promise we'll play Wingspan in a minute. Ooh. We can go for Zebstrika. Naganadel. Throw an energy on her. And I'm gonna hang on to this hand for the time being. Oh, I should have played the other Blitzel down. That's fine. Alright, I'll change my stream info over for just a minute. Oops. Alright, the stream title is still gonna be I Love Birds for a minute, though. But why? What's everyone up to this week? I want to hear it. Ooh, Naganadel isn't a KO though. I think that's fine. Because if we draw into energy here, we're gonna be Gucci. Do this, do that. Doing a G-Up stream highlight. Oh, fun! I wish I could do more stream highlight videos. It's just that the internet here is so bad I can't download the VODs. And my computer isn't good enough to stream and record at the same time in the way that I want. So, unfortunately, can't do those right now. But when I move and get better internet, absolutely. Mainly not just trying to not have too many panic attacks, so I'll be in the right headspace for the thing this weekend. Absolutely. Oh, I'm so excited for you. This is fine. Okay. Just stay away from Ohio. Oh yeah, no, I am very, very scared for the people in Ohio right now. She gave me a generous amount of time because she knows I don't know how to video editors much at the moment. Oh, that's so sweet that you're helping out. Aw, very nice. If you want some editing tips and tricks, if you're in the Adobe ecosystem, hit me up. Is that a PP I see on the mic? It absolutely is a PP you see on the mic. Hold on. Your support has been incredible. It's what I do, K9. I love being supportive because Lord knows everyone needs some support every once in a while. Thank you for the pet. This is for Zach. Ah, it's the wrong window. It's this one. No, fucking goddamn OBS. Here we go. There, look at the PV. It's BB. There we go. And back to this. Let's see. I just got amnesia'd. I can do Unseen Flash here. I can't take out that Blastoise on the bench, though. It's so cringe. I think I do this. I do this. Get 1 heads, 2 heads. I was really hoping we had a Zebstrika in our deck still. Okay. I can retreat here. But so can my opponent. And my opponent knows that I can't knock out... Yeah, no, I have to keep this Naganadel in the active, I think. Which is fine. Wild. Yeah, did she catch all the shiny Magikarp? Now, K9, I do expect a full report on your experience this weekend. Only if you want to, of course. She gives them away on stream. Oh, based. Yeah. Damn, this player is actually, like, competent at the game. It's scary. Damn. I needed this card to be something else. Let's just play their IQ down. We can split bomb, take a knock here. There's really no reason to split bomb the Blastoise here, because it'd only be 10 away, and it already is only 60 away, so anything on my bench can kind of deal with that already. So I think we put it on this Blastoise, just so it's a little bit more squishy. Hope I'll do my best. Again, of course, only if you want to. This is gonna retreat, take out my Ampharos. Wow, yeah, competent player. Scary. Oh, but it does 30 damage to itself. That's kind of funny. But they only need 2 more prizes here. And this thing just one-shots everything. Oof. Hey, Southern Brow, welcome, welcome. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for coming to the stream. What do I do here? I mean, they just win. Rough. Very rough. Oh well. Alright, let's play Bird Game. Hey Marmed, welcome, welcome. Oh, before we get into Bird Game too much, I need your guys' help. So recently, and by recently I mean today, I have put together a little voting thingy for y'all. Copy the link. Okay. I will be getting a new pair of ears and tail that will coincide with how I dye my hair. So I've always wanted to do like a purpley lilac color for my hair, and I would like to do so, and very soon. So I have put together a little voting form. Oops. All right, so take that link, go to the form, and you can pick on your favorite designs in a list that I've already put together. And then in like a day or two, I don't know, I'll look at it soon and just kind of see what people are kind of gravitating towards. And then out of the ones that do well, I'll pick one. So that way there's still a surprise element to me getting new stuff. Sound good? I'm also gonna post this in the... Alright, cool. Alright, I'll be checking responses probably closer to the end of the stream here. And in the meantime, we will play Bird Game. Alright, I gotta remember the controls. Let's see. That could be good early. I get to choose which habitat it goes into as well. This card is just absolutely insane, though. We have to go with that one. I'm gonna try the Nighthawk strat. Little rough on resources, though. We have to get a lot of caterpillars. Tank Tail looks like you like purple. I do like purple. Purple. Fuck it. Let's go. Oh, let's do this one. Because we can play one of these already. That's when activated. Yeah, I'm gonna have to activate it at some point. Not right away. I don't want to start with it, though, for sure. Let's see, we need a caterpillar. Oh, I guess we don't need a caterpillar. Oops. I do want the Griffin, though. Griffin's really good early game. I do get 2 eggs to tuck or to put on that guy, so I can kind of draw more. I kind of have to. Yeah, it's better to prep, especially early games since you have so many turns in the first round. Let's see. Franklin's Gull is really good. Holy shit. You can put that in the egg category? That's so nuts. Hey, Prophet. Welcome, welcome. Proppin is popping in. Oh, Proppin, if you haven't seen the Discord, I pinged everybody. You are able to help me decide my next set of ears and tail. I have a Google form you can fill out that will help me decide. Oh, no, I can't do that. Oh, well then how do I get fucking resources? Cringe. I had to... Say again, internet broke? There's a Google form that I posted in my Discord, where you can help me decide my next set of ears and tail. I want to dye my hair soon, so I want some ears and tail to match that. But I need help deciding on which one to get. Yeah, I have to draw first. Oh, the crow is so nuts. Oh, but I can't play it yet. I can't even do this yet. I have to draw. And get rid of Whooping Crane. Working on art. Yeah, you posted, what did you post earlier today? You posted your fucking Noivern. That thing looks so sick. Great job, Proppin. Yeah, I gotta draw again. Okay, now I have everything I need. Assumedly. There we go. And then, ooh, that's really good. But I do need discard fodder. Yeah, I'm gonna get that for discard fodder. That Noivern was dope. It's so good. Ooh. Hey, yo. Oops. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now I have the resources. I definitely want to do this. And then draw some more birds. Oh, actually kind of insane-o. Watch this. That's pretty good. So then I discard the other egg. And draw 2 more cards. Ayo. First time drawing Pokemon. Well, that's a very good first start. We can get rid of this. Chirping Sparrow. Use me. Oops. I need more fish. I need wheat as well. That's so nuts! Here, that one. Oh, we need eggs now. Duh. I was wondering why I couldn't, like, play any of my birds. Oh, thank you, Canine. Oh yeah, also, new channel rewards are out. There's a good chunk of them. I think this is fine, because we get a lot of eggs this way. Beside the googly eyes, the flowers, my favorite. Yeah. Oh, why am I angry? Why you make me angry? I don't know why angry. Feel free to try them all out. They're very fun. Oh, thank you, Mermaid. Ooh, that's kind of hype, actually. Oops. Oh, I have to... There we go. Yes. I want to skip because I don't want to get rid of any of these birds yet. I like that one. I do too. NPC TV? What do you mean? House Hunters? Why are you watching House Hunters? Forget, we're getting close to the end of the game. Only NPCs watch that shit? Only NPCs are in that shit, too. It's so crazy that, like, I know this is an ancient meme, but I love the one where it's like, hi, I'm Ellen, I'm a substitute preschool teacher, and like, hi, I'm Dave, and I am a butterfly collector or some shit, right? And they're like, our budget is $3 million. And with extended only old family right now, and they watch bad things, you have my sympathy. It doesn't really matter what we draw here. Yeah. Ooh, Benili's eagle's cracked, though. I just need the eggs to play it. The houses have no defensive skills and no camouflage whatsoever. That's what I'm saying. Like, not only that, they're like, they're not mobile at all. Let's see. I want to lay eggs this turn. Like, what is it? What is even the blah, 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 blah. What is even the season for house hunting? Like, what's a good season to go house hunting? Do you have to get like tags, like for deer hunting? I recommend season 47. What a fine year. Got a nice age to it. How many seasons of that show is there? I can't do... I can play the red kite first. I think that's fine. How many turns are left? Like 5? I think this is better for right now. Well... Huh. I think drawing more cards first is better. Oh, I have to... Oh, this is the one that goes on top of another bird. Oh, it's instead of paying any costs. Okay. That's why I can play it. Because that's the only way I can. Unfortunate. Yo, me too, K9! Actually, no joke. I've actually started watching Tirzu videos more and more. Holy fuck, that's such good content. And I also kind of refer to stuff like that too. Hey, Ace. Welcome, welcome. Nice to see ya. Hope you're doing well. We need a mouse. Oh. We can skip that one for now. Yeah, that one's a little tough right now. You can tuck this one though, no problem. And draw. Seems okay. What you playing? We are playing a game called Wingspan. It's where you have birds. We have 4 turns left. So what if we do this? And then we play this. Yeah, because we don't want to be getting rid of any eggs anymore. Makes perfect sense. Yeah. How you doing, Ace? All right, now we need to draw a couple of cards. Home for vacation. Very nice. Where'd you go? Mexico. Fun. Okay. Let's see how we did. Didn't Tyler go to Mexico? Yes, he did recently. Oops. Yeah, it was really bad. I don't think we got nearly even close to the computer player. Yeah. Is this a bird TCG? It is. Alright. I'm gonna go get some water really quick, and I'll be right back. Oh, for Ace and Proppin, I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, I don't think you've seen it yet, but... Wonk. You can help me, I was following him, obviously. You can help me decide my next Ears and Tails, so go ahead and click that form that I just posted in the chat there, and you can fill it out, and I'll look at it after the stream and such. I'm going to go get some water. I will be right back. Ah! Hitting all kinds of wrong buttons. Alright, be right back. He's gone. Let's go crazy. And then no other messages in the chat. Also, I lied to you. I did not get water because there's already water in my water bottle that I didn't realize was in there. So I got myself ice cream and a sparkling water instead. Big sad. Food. All right, let's see. This is pretty good early game. So I think we try to build that first. Then... we can play Clark's Grebe as well and get 2 birds on the board at once. I think that's a good call. And then... oh. I think we do that one instead. Grebe, funny word. Objectively funny word. Okay. Ace, do you have a favorite bird? Splooge is the funniest word ever invented. Even thinking about it makes me grin. Yeah, splooge is a really good word. Splooge. Any of those like goopy words are always so much fun to say. Your fuck you, Ace. Let's see what's in the. No, you? Oh, damn, you got me. That's good for a hand refill right now. Thought that was a good crow. It's not. We need a berry to play you. Come on, Proppin. Come on. Dude, like, what do I have to do here? What do you want from me, Proppin? Excuse me. We only need one egg right now, so we can do this. Choose those two. Draw this one, discard it, just get it out of the pool. You need 50 bucks? What for? Gonna do Morning Dove, this guy, this guy. Oops. There we go. Take could be almost an E-bird. You wanna know why? Because she's pretty fly. Thank you, Canine. No, you will not see yourself out. That was good. I allow you to stay. In fact, I command you to. I'm kidding. You need 50 bucks for fun? Well, what kind of fun? Or am I not supposed to know that? You're on thin ice, though? Okay. I want to buy a game or whatever. That's not a convincing way to deliver that. Not supposed to be convincing. Just jokes. No worries. I get ya. That should be fine. I did send an internet friendo 10 bucks today to buy themselves chocolate, though. That was fun. God, I love ice cream. Holy shit. That American Crow is really good. Yeah, I'm gonna get greedy here, actually. Yeah, I have to get rid of it, unfortunately. This is Dunkin'. I don't have ice cream. It's too late to get ice cream, Sag. Oh, I'm sorry. You know, Proppin'? I had a Dunkin' Donut the other day. Just dry room temperature round foods. I gotta kind of agree with you. You have cookies? Oh, well, there you go. I kind of agree with you. Dunkin's Donuts are actually, like, pretty fucking god-awful. Let's go bug. Wheat. Move that one. Gain a wheat from the supply. Okay. There's a special donut shop in my town. I think we've got a couple in the Twin Cities too. But yo, out in Colorado, I went to a place called Voodoo Donuts. Oh my god. They do not fuck around in Colorado. I live in a small town, okay? Oh, that's fine, that's fine. I wasn't saying like, I believe we have several here in the Minneapolis area. No, I'm genuinely happy for you, Ace. Tell me about it. It had wheat in it, didn't it? No, it didn't. It was like it had, the one I had was like Fruity Pebbles and Captain Crunch on strawberry icing over a raised donut. Like, come on, dude. Super good. They have that? That's awesome. I love donut shops like that. We nutted. We have one of the best donut shops in America according to some sites. Really? What do I want to do here? There's a tiramisu donut called the Mr. T. That's so cool. I want to try it. I think it's better here. Okay. Bird game, bird game, bird game. Helena, Montana. Hi, Jenny. Welcome, welcome. Boo, boo, boo. Beep, bop, boo, doo. I like Montana. There's one town called Butte. Yes, Jenny. How may I help you? But you live in a town called But. Oh, okay. I want want another bugaboo. Move the rat, gain a thing. Now we're cooking. That's okay. New Mexico has elephants, but wow. Also, be it is a bit of a cesspit problem. What do you mean? Like an actual cesspit? You have a hot day tomorrow? Any hotties you seeing? Being fed cake by the handful? No. I'm single. Sag. What do I want to do here? It's a lake that kills stuff? Ugh. Ooh, that's bad. You need to draw birds. Oh, copper might. You're right. Okay, that's what a cesspit is. I remember now. Whatever. Okay. Okay. We should be good here to just start doing this engine. Because we do this and this. Take 2. Reroll. Damn. No wheat, huh? Then we can cache this. And then we can discard our last egg to get more wheat. And remove that. Okay. I think we have a small engine here. You have a Valentine's gift for me, sorta? Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, there. Oops. Nice. Do I have any eggs to discard? No. Remove that. Okay. We have an engine. No eggs. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Are you eating? I just finished off some ice cream. Cookies and cream. Can I get, like, better wheat rolls, please? Holy shit. Okay. Jelly? It was really good. I think I just do this again. Oh, yes! Better wheat roll. Holy shit, so good. Boop, bop, beep. Oops. I can have another one? Oh my god. Okay. Wow, so many resources. You like Neapolitan ice cream? I will be honest, I've never had Neapolitan ice cream. I've had each of the flavors individually, but never the Neapolitan where it was all in one. Is it the superior flavor? What are you talking about? Jelly? You're probably short on it a lot. What do you mean? Oh, a tie. Whack. But it says that I won, so... Napoleon? Oh, it wasn't Neapolitan, it's Napoleon. You've been indoctrinated by the liberals telling you it's Neapolitan. What is the best flavor? The best flavor of ice cream. I like coffee. I mean, vanilla. If you're looking for greatest of all time, it's absolutely vanilla. Trying to think of other really good ice cream flavors. Mint all the way. Oh yeah, mint chip. Mint chip is fuego. I like some fruity ice creams. Strawberries up there for sure. If it has like the little like real fruit pieces in it, very big bump up in my book. I know the Game Grumps literally just did a tier list for ice cream. Raspberry Ripple. I have never had Raspberry Ripple. Sounds really good though. Cookies and cream is also way up there. See, you know, I was never really a fan of anything chocolate ice cream based. It's just too much for me. So like all the chocolate ice creams, like what is it, Moose Tracks or whatever, but with a chocolate base, especially like Rocky Road with a chocolate base. Ooh, no way. Way too much. Way too much shit in that. Huckleberry. I don't think I've ever even considered Huckleberry ice cream. We do that. We grab one berry. And then 2 more birds? I think we do that. Because then the goshawk can go down. Let's see this one. Chocolate per strawberry is the goat. I do like chocolate strawberry. Are you talking like chocolate ice cream base with strawberries in it? Or am I misunderstanding? Pobears are pain in the ass to grow and don't ship well. Oh, I didn't know that. Alright, so we do... Which one do we do first? I don't think it matters. I think this is better. That's fine. We'll get better birds. You said vanilla is a greatest friend. That's something with a bit more flavor, like fruit or chocolate, perhaps. Yeah, I mean, like the beauty of vanilla ice cream is that you can put anything into it, and it's really fun. You broke it. So now the animation's all fucked up. You really can't factory farm them? I see, I see. It's getting better. Funny. But yeah, with vanilla, you can throw anything into or on top of that shit at all, right? And it will be good. So it's a really good, like, it's the GOAT because it's the baseline for a lot of really cool, like, flavor mixings, you know? I do like coffee ice cream a lot, like I said. There's a couple fruit ice creams that I'm good with. Sticky Bomb? Oh, for the for the fucking redeem. Yeah. Thank you, Jenny. Oh, also thank you, Ace, for the women want me, fish for me. Oh, I hope that plays in sequence. It should. I think the program has a queue. I would hope it does. Yeah, okay, there we go.
This is where your story begins.
What do these gosh darn reward cards even do as a streamer? They're how you engage with me in my community. So you can set up a couple different kinds of stream rewards. So there's like unlock an emote, highlight my message, and shit like that. I've just done it so that they trigger a keybind on my computer to do these animations and shit, right? So there's a lot of space to be designed with that. It's just an extra way to engage with the stream while the stream is going on, you know? Ah, yes. They give Tay V-Bucks. 10,000 coins is 1 V-Buck. Yeah, and like 30 V-Bucks is $1. I like how this one has physics. It's so funny. So is it like real money? No, not at all. I can show you actually after this game of birds. Oh, thank you for the pet. The dodgeball is so fucked. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is up with the dodgeball right now. But it is absolutely fucked. Can I buy a new PS4 with it? No? It'd be very hard to, if you even could. So I'm just gonna say no. Ow. Why you bonk me? Oh, wow, that's really fucked up. That should not still be there. Let's see. So it is like Bitcoin? No, it's the farthest thing from Bitcoin. Okay. Permabonk. I mean, kinda. No, because there's no... It's not tied to the blockchain or anything. It's that you accumulate them as you watch me. So think of it more like... Oh, thank you. Think of it more like Monopoly money. It allows you to do things in Monopoly, but it's worthless otherwise, right? So it's the same thing. You can accumulate them and spend them here, but it does not mean jack shit outside of the stream. If you approached me though, and you had like some obscene amount of channel points, like 2 million, maybe even 3 million or something like that, then I might be able to like give you something in exchange. But for one NFL preseason game ticket, but it has to be the Browns and it has to be in Cleveland. Oh, fate worse than death. Holy shit. What am I even doing here? I think I have resources and everything. I need birds now, though. This is actually really good for us. Yeah, Bitcoin is the same, Lameo. We're all using so many Tay-Bucks, we're gonna crash the damn value of them. If you guys need me to lower the redeem costs, let me know. Because I can. I absolutely can. Thank you for making me a pig. The fuck? Oh, it's because the playlist went away. Let's see. So I didn't get hit last time with DMCA last time I played this list, so I think it's fine. So you would rather go to the Super Bowl and pay for it. Oh, would you rather go to the Super Bowl and not pay for it? And pay for it? Or not play Pokemon for 2 years? I'd rather go to the Super Bowl and pay for it. I'd rather die. Cause like I have a bit of savings, so I'd probably be able to go. And you wouldn't be able to like retroactively make this rule because you've already typed it, but it says and pay for it. Tickets are 4K even with like the nosebleed out of the nowhere seats? No shot they're 4K. Ooh, I want that. That one. Yes? No way. That's so fucked. For hours of misery, right? There's no way that like the upper nosebleeds are like $4,000. I could see like $500 to $600, but I do not see $4,000 for like the tippy top back of the stadium. And hotel and flights. Hotel and flights are cheap in comparison to the ticket, I should say. Depending on where the Super Bowl is, I guess, but oh yeah, I do this for sure. So which one? I would go to the Super Bowl and pay for it. Still. To not play Pokemon for 2 years? Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Because you also didn't, like, specify which Pokemon, so it kind of just encompassed the whole media property. So I'd be able to play the games, the TV, or the TCG or anything. Sell a kidney. God, imagine. Oops. I need a lot of wheat. Okay. It's so fucked that, like, how do you even go about selling an organ like that? I'm assuming it's like dark web shit. Mayo Super Bowl in the desert. Is that where it was this year? Oh, it's always in Arizona? I didn't know that. What? That's not true, is it? The biggest nuts ever. They would be charging $20 for a bottle of water. True. It would be exorbitantly expensive from start to end. But there are cost-cutting things I could do, like Airbnb-ing. Even though the Airbnb market is fucked right now. I hope security is insanely good at that, though. You know it is. But, like, you know. Unless they built a new stadium, it's always in Arizona for the temperate weather. Huh. I didn't know that. I thought it was always in the host city, or one of the teams' cities or something. Cause wasn't fucking the Super Bowl with the New Orleans Saints, wasn't that in Louisiana after Hurricane Katrina? Or am I just completely off base? Selling organs, robbing a bank, etc. What do I do here? I think that's really good. Yeah, that's good. Cost cutting, I type slow. Oh, so okay. Love Arizona weather. It never goes above 70 degrees there. Of course, never ever. It is February though, so it's the winter there. No, never a host city. They let them have that because of Katrina. Oh, really? Really? That was a one-time thing? It's kind of cringe. Okay. That's true. I didn't consider that. So is it the Cardinals' home stadium then? This saves us a resource. Ha, Titmouse. Okay, still have plenty of eggs. Okay. Yes. Okay. Why can't I play this? Oh, because I'm one short. Sad. This is really insane resource generation, but like, what's the end goal there? Watched a documentary on Katrina today. Makes me angry. The Army Corps engineer who got out with no consequences. Yeah. Fucking horrible. Outdoors in super nice weather at one of the few real grass stadiums, so the players don't get athletes' foot week of Super Bowl practice. Huh. I didn't know that turf gave you more athlete's foot. Really? I think I'm more fascinated with the logistics of football than I am actual football. Do that. Yeah, the athlete's foot makes them faster, to be honest, but it's an unfair advantage. What? No, okay, you're fucking with me. The athlete's foot makes them faster? That's why it's called athlete's foot? Go fuck yourself. The city would have been fine if the levee didn't fail after the hurricane was gone. Really? That's so shitty. God, I can't believe you tried to get me with the fucking athlete's foot garbage. Thank God you realized, Jesus. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have been playing along that long. You were with me there for so long, I was getting worried. So that whole bit, that whole Super Bowl bit. That's some great gaslighting there. So it's on Pine with Tyler's humor. It's not even funny. It's probably Tyler behind the fucking keyboard. Some people said the raised platforms of Rihanna's halftime show looked like a Smash stage. I saw it. I saw it in memes on Twitter today. Some great gas. Oh yeah, teeth. Teeth. We need resources anyway, so we can do this. Need... Okay. Smoke Fefe. Oh, that doesn't really work on that cam. It's good enough though, right? So you really fucking thought these Super Bowl winners are... Yes, I thought all the way up until the athlete's foot bit. Because it is winter. So I can't imagine that it's like extraordinarily hot down there right now. So it made sense. Wow, so you don't think women can lie and be intelligent? I mean, I guess I can. Bad luck for both of you bigots. Wait, what? Hold on. Yes, thank you, Ace. I'm very smart. Very smart. Tay doesn't lie though? Oh, me never. Never. I never lie. Never ever. I need more eggs. Wait, can I... No, it's next level. Let's grab high value birds now. BRB, KK. X to doubt. Side note, I hope people don't go see this Flash movie. Oh god, what's wrong with the Flash movie now? Bad, probably. Oh, it's still the same fucking actor? They haven't gotten rid of him yet? Oh my god. Or is it they, them? Are they non-binary? I can't remember. That's a lot of resources. Who that? Really bad dude. Like, many crimes. And ours are probably... It's probably bad. It doesn't matter if one trailer looked interesting. Yeah. DC has not done very well. Being a pretty crappy human. Yeah. Very crappy human. We can get rid of one of those. And then drop 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, actually this song might DMCA me. Wait. Where's my fucking shit? Hello? There we go. I don't know what happened there. Whatever. I see. The only superhero stuff I like is whenever it comes on CW because it has top of the line CGI that rivals Marvel. I have a feeling that's sarcastic. How the DC universe, the Batman, the first Wonder Woman was the only good ones. True. Oh. Nice. Spider-Man was a teenage psychopath who would turn out to be an asshole. Yeah, right. Titan show was actually good, but I never had time to give it a try. I just have no way to watch the CW. Not that I would even be interested, honestly. Oh yeah, those are extremely gay. We love them, though. It's been burned... just been burned out on so much comic stuff that it's just noise now. Marvel and DC alike. Yeah, I felt that way when I stopped watching Marvel films around the Winter Soldier. So yeah, I know exactly what you're feeling. The Valentine's Day episode they just released, my gosh. Ooh. That sounds like a really, really good time. Was the last movie you saw too? Oh, interesting. There's not so much comments that there's just noise. Oh yeah, I already had that. Okay. I do need to lay eggs. I don't need to draw birds anymore, I don't think. I could if I wanted to, but I think the math works better if I don't. Yeah, we can just wait. 1, 2. That's 4. Yeah, I need the 4 eggs. That CGI bleeds into all their shows, even Supernatural. Ah, cringe. I said they do everything but show genitals of Harley Quinn go down to Ivy and she enjoyed it. Ooh, oh my god. For free? Well, it's not free 'cause it's on a streaming service, but I love the Nolan Batman trilogy and Deadpool has placed my heart. All the constant tie-ins and spin-offs just got to me. I feel that, yeah. The Nolan Batman trilogy is alright. I've never really sat down and watched all the way through the third one, but the first one's just fucking insane. Oh, this is the last round. Then we do this. We just draw this. We gain a wheat. Tuck this card. Draw a card. Tuck this card. Draw a card. Okay. Oh, they have one more bird than us in play. Cringe. This is a really high-scoring game. Holy shit. Yeah, beat him by 1, baby. Let's go. Bad taste for CW just because my mother was really into Charmed when I was growing up. I don't ever watch Charmed. Actually, I don't even remember what that show's about, to be honest. I got 8 responses. Yep. I think I know the set that I'm getting. Well, that's exciting. Thank you, everybody, for helping me out. Batman Begins was a great movie, and The Dark Knight gave us the Joker performance. Yeah. The third was a bit scatterbrained, IMO. There's also the Aaron Hansen method of watching the movies, which is watching them as a comedy, which makes them better or something. I don't know. The worst cringe show ever made was Once Upon a Time. I don't think I've ever watched an episode of that either. So I watched all the season. It was so painful and traumatic. Which one? It's gonna be a surprise, Ace. You can't wait to see the new hair, ears, and tail. Yes, yes, yes. Very excited. Mean? No, you'll enjoy it. You'll appreciate it. Hey now. Hey Tarna, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Let's just hang out for a second. Not everybody's right here. Trying to be Buffy. Three Witch Stitchers. Oh, thank you, Panda. It hasn't started playing yet, but you're next in the queue. I can see that on my end. Three Witch Sisters fighting supernatural things that always showed up their house. So it's just kind of riding the coattails of other shows? I'm not Angie. I'm not Angie. You're Angie. Hello. Oh, wow. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. It's been a hot second. I appreciate you stopping by. Why people think Tay's Angie all the time? I don't know. Josh isn't on the stream. Trouble sleeping, so I stopped in for a minute. Oh, I appreciate that, Tarna. I hope you can find good rest tonight at some point. Yeah, Buffy and Supernatural was their main ripoffs. Ugh. It's been a long time, as you can see, since I changed my name. I can see that you changed your name. Thank you for reminding me who you were. I'm gonna pass out pretty soon. I've been awake since Sunday morning. What the fuck, K9? Go to bed! Hello? Yeah, Sleepy Hollow was also one that I never saw. I think my mom was into that for like a week and then dropped it. Or no, because TV worked differently. It was probably like a month and then she dropped it. You don't wanna? Well, that's too bad because I said go bed. I mean, obviously, I'm just giving a suggestion. I'm not commanding you to do anything, but go bed. My least favorite TV show was a ripoff of My Phage, which was canceled. I'm a sucker for animation. Sleep. So I always, like, some of my favorite shows are just all animations. Ow! Why bonk? I'm not being Henry right now. Can I see? Okay, there we go. I was gonna throw a dodgeball, but that one's screwed. Well, so is the Henry bat, I guess. What the fuck? Oh, just so I'm aware, can everyone tell me how many channel points they have? I want to gauge to see, like, if my points redeems should be lower or something. 5k. So that's 10 redeems-ish, depending what you spend it on. Does that feel fair, K9, with how much you've been watching me? 86k, Jesus Christ. Like animations, not anime per se. Regular shows a guilty pleasure. Why is it a guilty pleasure? A show should just be a pleasure. 113k. Oh my god. 650 because I spent them all. I earn enough for 2 redeems per stream. I kind of want that to go up to 4. What do you guys think? 1.6k hoarder. Yeah. Yes, you like that? Yeah, I feel like it gives like new people more incentive too. Like if you get 4 per stream, that seems really fair. So I saw Forspoken. I have to say it's a streaming pile of crap. I don't even know what that is. I haven't heard anything about it. Why did that happen? Oh, right. The song, like, unironically slaps as hell. That made no sense. What I meant to say is this song is at a level where it slaps like no other. I really like the melody in it. The instrumentation is fucking sick, too. Forspoken is really bad. Ugh. It's a new video game. It sucks. There's been a lot of controversy with video games lately. Is the industry okay? I mean, I know the answer is no, but do you guys want to just switch to just chatting and watch some videos? I think I'm okay with that. Let's do that. Video. More bad than good. Ugh. Yeah, let's chill. Yeah. Alright, there we go. We're vibing. Let me get out of Wingspan as well here. The wizard game keeps getting worse and worse. Oh, I've heard. I've been following like it on Twitter and TikTok and stuff, and some of the blatant shit that's in that game is unreal to me. The whole production of the game is just littered with really sketchy people. The game has the worst protagonist ever, which brings it down in generic one-button combat. Ew, gross. What show is that, Lee? You're disgruntled? Yeah, I can imagine. Like, everyone wants new video games to be good, right? So when they come out fucking broken and shitty, it's just kind of a letdown for everybody. Though the rumor of the trans character being labeled in the game file as Mr. Sir is a lie by 4chan, that makes sense. The one rumor about that I'm actually interested in seeing if there's anything valid for it is that the devs pitched the voice down of that character on purpose. But I would need way more than just like a random thing I saw on Twitter for that. We're still talking about Charmed? Okay. Like I said, the Widowser game by itself, no Twitter drama is good. 9 out of 10 across the board. Well, yeah, sure. But there's some parts of the game's just design that's really bad. Let me see if I can find what I'm talking about really quick here. Come on, there's gotta be a better... So it's also anti-Semitic, or is that, like I said? Oh yeah. But there's so much anti-Semitism, they have to go out of their way to be specifically anti-Semitic. Where's anti-piracy measures? Yeah, the voice actor one is also scuffed. If you enjoyed the game though, Propin, I need to stress this every single time we talk about this. I'm glad that you enjoyed the game. Completely from the bottom of my heart, I genuinely mean that. I think it's important to know, though, everything that went into this game and what people are kind of picking out is like, there's also a mural somewhere in the game of J.K. Rowling burning at the stake, or someone who looks a lot like her, which is just so... it's so choice. Is there genuinely issues with talking about this? There's just disgruntled Tumblr communities? No, there's actual problems with it. Here, like, I brought up one here that I can show you. So, there's this artifact in the game that looks like a horn, and people have noted that it kind of looks like an ancient Jewish instrument that's used in, like, their things, like worships or whatever. And in the Goblin artifact thing, it notes a 1612 Goblin Rebellion. That coincides with, like, a very famous Jewish uprising that happened in, let's see. Yeah. It coincides with a riot against Jews in that year. So that's the year it references. And then they stuff a wedge of gorgonzola inside. So this is significant because they could have just said a wedge of cheese stuffed inside. But gorgonzola is one of the few non-kosher cheeses, if I recall correctly. Gorgonzola. Kosher. Yeah. Yeah. So, like, this whole thing, this is peppered throughout the game. There's a lot of instances of this from what I'm seeing from the game. Rowling praised him. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hard to fucking excuse any of this at this point, you know? Yeah, there's a lot of just not chill themes going on. And again, I need to stress this. If you enjoyed the game or wanted to enjoy the game, by all means, I hope you had a blast. But I think it's important to know the whole context around this game. Because it's been said, like, obviously this game was going to pop off anyway, so, like, the sales, whatever. You can't really stop that at this point, because the game has already been coined a massive success financially. So, whatever, right? And if it just hits on its own, it'd be one thing. With all the yeah. What kinds of trouble are you getting into tonight, BB? I am being very, very catnipped up. In the stream sidecar, I will watch videos if you guys post them. Oh look, videos that you guys posted.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of it.
Do 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 be body boo 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 body boo boo. I'm bubbling. What? Ooh. Yeah. All right, let's watch a video. Tornadoes of 2022.
Storm chaser might drive all the way to Iowa.
Who posted break?
See some rain.
Do you watch this like casually, or did you just find this?
Then turn around and drive all night back to Texas.
One of the boycott was to have, when people talk about the game, they have to talk about all the issues because of the horrible people connected to the franchise. I'm gonna try and sleep. Okay, have a good night. Sleep well.
All the way to Montana, only to get a sunburn.
This is interesting.
Sometimes storm chaser isn't expecting to see anything, and they find.
Overall, the drama, which will probably be the norm for every new HP thing. Yeah. Holy fuck. Jesus, it's so scary. kidding. Volume is low? Okay, my bad. You're kidding me. This tumbleweed shit? That's so cool. That's some like Looney Tunes shit. You know, until JK is forced to sell it. Yeah. Yeah, there's just a lot of uh-oh things about it, which is really unfortunate. If it didn't have such a troubled production, IP owner, or dev team, I removed from all that, I think the game would have been absolutely fantastic and a good way to depart from JK's Harry Potter. You know, if she just fucking sold the thing, but she's being smart and a little stubborn by hanging on to the IP by like getting royalty checks or whatever. Honestly, if she wanted the quiet again, she could just step back from everything and just kind of fade into obscurity, kind of like what George Lucas did with Star Wars, what Notch did with Minecraft. But no, she wants to use her platform to be fucking evil. Sorry, I should apologize really quick about talking so much about like politics and bullshit. I've just been worried about the world recently, so that's kind of bleed into my content. But we're gonna spend the rest of the stream being happy and watching cool videos, okay? Okay. We do deeply, but for once, I guess they're onto something. I just thought people were angry at the JK aspect and didn't go any deeper. I didn't know the devs are so messy for any CT stuff. Yeah, it's not great. I'm glad you're at least aware of it now, Propin. And yes, it wasn't just people being overly sensitive. Like, this game has problems. Anything you want to watch specifically? Like Daily Dose of Internet and like unusual meme stuff. Ace, what the fuck did you just post? Unusual memes are golf? Huh? Watch this a little faster.
A rear security camera captured a developing tornado over the mountains in Oklahoma. By the time I found a clearing and got the good cameras rolling,
Gold.
it was gone.
Okay, so no wrestling match of a trans wrestler I really admire.
My front security camera.
No, not this time. I'm interested though. If you want to send that to me, I'll watch it off stream.
It was gone.
Tornado right there.
No fuck it there, Golf.
Over the trees in Mississippi. Amble crawler lightning scampered like spiders. Over the storms later that night.
To be
Falling stars.
quite honest, I can't imagine. Ooh.
Dancing sprites.
Whoa.
Nice.
That's so sick. What the hell? Holy shit. It looks like a goddamn forest. It looks like you're peering into another fucking dimension. No, I've never seen this. What the fuck? That's so sick.
Got our first towers going up for the day. There's white clouds right there. Along the dry line are these right here. Time is 3:48. On April 29th, an incredible EF3.
Oh, what I was saying was, I think that... Can you put the volume up? Yeah, I don't know why it keeps dropping. I'm sorry. I'm like an old man. Hey, speak up. I guess no spoopies. If it's lightly spooky, like fun spooky, like Donks. Donks was like good spooky. We all love subtitles. We love subtitles. They're high atmosphere lightning, basically lightning happening at the same level as auroras. That's so sick. That can. Oh my god. I want to see that in real life now. What the hell? That sounds so sick. The red sprite looks like an album cover? Absolutely. What I was saying was, I can... Like, having a successful YouTube channel of storm chasing is, like, one of the only ways I can think of to monetize storm chasing at this point. You know what I mean? Like, how do you make money doing this? I used to want to be a tornado chaser, but I've forgotten all my meteorologists know how. Like, what do they even get paid for? Is it just like hazard pay because no one else wants to fucking do it? They're quite rare. Oh, that sucks.
And over Kansas.
631. Beautiful phone call.
I got to document this EF0, tormenting prairie dogs and flinging grasshoppers near Hope Camp.
Cute.
Here comes the conga line.
Oh, the data that they get? Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Footage and news coverage? I can see that too.
Here's the plan for today.
See, I was 6. I thought money came out of the sky. Funny.
I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the northern target because it's a lot less driving, and tomorrow I have to be right back up here in Oklahoma for the big day. Days with low risk of tornadoes can still offer beautiful storm scenery, and without as many chasers crowding the best
Huh.
vantage points.
That's sick. I've always been curious about like how someone like this operates in like a professional sense, you know what I mean?
There it is.
Do they have a specialized like
We're here.
car or is it just a sedan?
Suction vortices have been whipped by. As this weak tornado passed overhead, a carousel of suction vortices was on the ground, terrorizing prairie dogs and flinging grasshoppers.
Huh.
Though it wasn't
What be
active,
happening in
Marjorie
the Oklahoma
I was able to
Panhandle?
wrangle any photogenic tornadoes. On May the 4th, my luck changed.
Going back up.
What are you fucking doing?
Extreme drought conditions in West Texas.
He was out of the
highly visible red
vehicle.
dust As it fostered multiple photogenic tornadoes.
You know, people want that information, but it's dangerous to say the least. That's kind of what I'm thinking. The Nissan Altima is the prime vehicle for tornado chasing. You know it.
So go now. Right for us.
Get in the car. Get in the car. What the fuck are you doing?
Tumbleweed.
You're not gonna outrun a goddamn tornado, you idiot. Wow.
That's the inflow jet.
The power behind these things. Holy shit. Go, Nissan Altima. Go, go, go.
Storm tapped into more moisture. Conditions became much more dangerous. A large rain-wrapped EF3 would impact the town of Lockett, Texas, and several chasers.
Hey, old dog.
Aw.
Hello.
Oh, don't you think about it. Don't you think about it.
Ooh.
Some animals haven't learned the highway is a dangerous place. Some people
Good
have
on
learned
that
this
guy
easy.
for saving a little snake.
Sometimes you try to teach them a helpful lesson. Sometimes that just ends up in road rage.
Cool. He frequently saves the animals. What a good human. Oh, that's straight down. Fuck.
627, and it's a super dusty atmosphere. You can't see much, so we're gonna be relying heavily on radar.
The ongoing severe
Happy
drought in
snake.
Texas
Yeah.
offered a unique look.
I
into
love
tornado genesis.
snakes. They're so cute.
There's a funnel cloud in there.
He's also covered devastating tornadoes.
The easily lofted dirt and dust reveals multiple weak vortices under the base prior to the large main tornado developing. And the slow storm motion enabled me to shoot long, stable time lapses of the process.
Creepy ass storm.
What the fuck?
Ooh, that scared me. That's tornado.
Oh my god. It's oddly beautiful.
Oh man, that's creepy.
Creepy deepy. The Jolpin Twister is interesting suit.
It's
What do you
coming
mean?
right for us. Here we are again, path of the tornado. It's the hail situation. Alright, we gotta go. I hate about getting too close.
Yeah, get the fuck out of there. Why would you drive towards that thing? Those people are crazy. The color of the sky? Yeah. Sometimes it gets like green skied over here in the Minneapolis area, and it's spooky.
We're gonna get caught in the hail.
I just think his videos are neat. They are really neat. I really like this kind of
Shadow
stuff.
this tornado. Radar revealed a second tornado is likely developing behind me. It's doing a little U-turn. It's kind of stationary out there. Concerned about the approaching large destructive hail and potentially being in a tornado.
A lot of
surge,
destructive
I
things are
made a
strangely
call
pretty
to slip
true.
south, at least out of this thing's path. Oh, I'm shaking. Here comes the hail. Yeah, we gotta go this way. Let's do that. Otherwise the hail's gonna destroy us in the path of this thing.
He's got good timing too. I feel like, oh my fucking god. Oh. Oh my god.
Had to be done. With this tornado retreating deeper into the hail core, I decided to bail and make a run for the new tornado.
Oh my
It
god.
didn't take long for the storm to dump on those plans.
He was just in a tornado. He's just still going.
This is all inflow. This is all storm pulling in all this dust. So that means it could tornado again.
You can't see jack shit, dude.
You can only see 30 yards in front of it.
If that.
There's a tornado in there. I'm away.
You want to pull in the rotation to get this to the center? That makes sense, actually. Once in your life, like in a safe vehicle? Or like a stationary, like concrete building of some kind that like is just rooted to the ground, you know?
Mean storm today. There was just jets of dust streaming in and you couldn't see, and there was hail crashing out. You couldn't see. And
Look at this guy.
stampedes and
He's got a fucking can of pineapple. What a champion. He's been doing this for many years. It shows. He's... Yeah, his storytelling and editing is really good.
it was lightning, and it was able to get right in that sweet spot and see a
Giga
nasty,
Chad? Yes.
big old brown
Big
tornado.
Giga
To
Chad.
celebrate, we're having sriracha tuna on saltine crackers with half a sodium, and for dessert, we're going all out and having a big old can of pineapple. I almost didn't even come out today. I woke up at 5 a.m. and I did a forecast, and I thought, ain't nothing gonna happen. And then I thought, what the heck? It's May, and out here in May, magic happens. Nasty brown burrito magic.
By the end of May, extensive road.
Dude, the Southwest is a fucking wild place. I went to link a video, but it's an hour long. What is it? But a major danger you may not be considering. Things could be flown their way. Oh, you're right. Something being thrown at the car. Oh god. But it's of a man that just couldn't leave a cave. Is it the Internet Historian video? I haven't watched that yet. I'd watch that on stream.
Where isolation and mental exhaustion can start to set in.
Don't fall over. Don't fall over. Gotta show you the awesome sound my bed makes. Ready? Watch this.
That's not great. Oh, the editing! That's so sick! Oh.
Papa gonna build a good home. Papa gonna
Yes.
make it sound.
Ted the Caver is just so basic, but he's one of the best scary stories ever.
Thing down.
Small hotels suck. Yeah. There's something so liminal about them for me though. Cause like it's kind of like small and isolated hotels is how I got out to Los Angeles and back. So they have like this weird sort of nostalgia, but also liminality to them for me. It's so strange. Turtles always pee when you lift them. That tracks. Oh, little hissy boy.
What are you filming, Hank? You know I charge for appearances.
Got a nickel coming to you.
It's Boo-Boo-Bee.
From Texas to Montana, Florida to Arizona. For the rest of the year, I trail beautiful lightning storms over the endless miles.
Oh, I love the back rooms. I know the back rooms.
In 2022, 1,240 confirmed tornadoes have been tallied. I was only able to track down a dozen of those, my third consecutive year with below average scores. Though 2022 wasn't as epic as 2016 or 2019 for many of us, we'd be foolish to complain.
Wild. That's so sick. This guy's channel rules. I'm gonna subscribe to it, actually. That's so fucking sick. We're gonna watch... Oh, you found the Fuck You Baltimore commercial? Hell yeah. Let's see. We're not gonna watch that one. We are gonna watch Ace of Pie's first video really quick, because it's like a minute long. Hello? Oh, this is an unlisted video. How did you get this? What the fuck? Alright, I gotta let it buffer for a second. Thanks, internet. Had it for years. Why is this video not loading? Well, I hope the stream's okay. Looks okay. Well. Here. I'll reload the page, see what happens. Oh, there we go. Just needed a good old refresh. Be careful not to open your tab with deepfake AI Pokemon porn. Never. Never ever. That's so fucked up. It's even worse, that's their friends. Yeah, it was really bad. I can't tell if this is, like, pleasing to my ear or grating. You ever seen the MIDI illusion? Yes, I have seen that. It's so freaky. Yeah, I've definitely seen that. It's able to play any song, and you can, like, kind of understand the lyrics coming out of it. It's so sonically fucking bizarre. Oh my god! I saw that on my Twitter feed, or my TikTok feed, I think.
Babies have no understanding of object permanence, which means if they can't see or hear something, it doesn't exist, and this is a great example.
Charlotte is so excited about this coffee. She wants this coffee so bad. But when I put this coffee right here, she wants it, right? If I just cover it up, the coffee is gone. She has zero idea where it was.
This girl is really upset about walking into
Aww. Oh, that sucks. Seriously, right?
The teacher told his students that the only way they could get extra credit is if they walked on water.
Oh, come on. Your stream saved me from an NPC TV. Oh, you're welcome. I do my best. She's really talented.
So
Holy
Michael and
shit.
his friend made this next video,
Dude must have been so
hoping that
confused.
they'd
Yeah.
end up on Daily Dose.
Oh man, it's frozen! Seriously, the TV's frozen too.
Boo.
That you see in hotel rooms.
Don't show people this. Do not show people this. What in the hell? Drive out. Drive out. Make it all the way
The
out,
van drove to a
please.
Video game store, but luckily nobody was hurt.
Oh, I need more of that. I need to see them fucking biff it into the store and then try to get out. It looks like they don't stop too. Oh, okay. Hold on, hold on. Oh, they do come to a stop. Ah. Damn. Ah, it would have been so much more funny if they were just like, oh, I had to get the fuck out of there.
A van drove through a video
You know,
game
they gotta pick
store,
up all
but
those game
luckily nobody
faces.
was hurt.
Man really needed that copy of Zelda. But yeah, that's gonna be hell to clean up. They don't deserve that.
Mr. Chief, face the camera.
This is what a solar eclipse looks like on another planet. NASA's Perseverance rover recorded this video of one of Mars' moons passing in front of the sun. So today I found
That's
out
so
that
sick.
swimmers lift weights too.
Oh. I've never seen that. That's very interesting.
Hi, excuse me, I had an appointment for today.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
I
okay.
had no
Yeah,
idea
that makes
tanks
sense.
had this kind of range and accuracy.
What do you mean? That's not even surprising.
What in the
I feel like tanks can do like double or triple that distance if they're at a vantage point like this. Are you kidding me? This is nothing. It's a lot of power, though. So I don't know if you went to get the new Zelda, buy a Nintendo voucher, so it's $50 instead of $70. Is that how that works? People greatly underestimate how effective our weapons are. Yeah. Actually, I was watching Vosh, and he brought this up. Do you guys remember the picture that? Hold on, let me see if I can find it really quick. Yeah, so here we go. So Trump, in his infinite wisdom, posted this picture on his Twitter. And this is from a classified satellite that no one was supposed to know we had, that shows really, really detailed and distinct images like this from fucking space. Like, look at this shit. That's so incredibly detailed for a satellite going around the Earth, right? And Vosh, like, reverse engineered it to find out that this satellite was launched in the 80s. In the fucking 80s, we had this kind of tech. What the fuck do you think we have now? You know? The US is so absurdly ahead in military stuff than anyone else. It's not even, like, funny at all. Nintendo vouchers is 100 and you get to claim 2 digital games. Oh, I did not know that. Good joke, Lee. I like that.
What in the Jumanji Disney movie is going on here?
There's a satellite that can probably laser correct your eyesight from orbit. True. How much do you think the government knows? Oh, they know everything. Look at him go.
These rescuers in Turkey were digging through rubble after the major recent earthquakes and managed to find a parakeet completely unharmed.
Wow. Wow.
That curly-haired pigs exist. In the 1990s,
That's
this breed
incredible.
actually almost went extinct.
Josh was running with the horses. Now is a goat.
That is the end of this video, or we hope you enjoyed.
That's really
We'll see you
cool.
again very, very soon. Later.
That's a really cool shot. Holy shit. All right, let's watch the Internet Historian video till the end of the stream. Oh, well, sorry about
In
the
state of Kentucky,
non-legible text.
there is a cave that every now and then demands a sacrifice.
Yeah, the earthquake thing is super sad.
January 30th, 1925. A man walks towards the cave with a kerosene lamp in his hand. He hangs up his jacket and ducks into a 5
I think the best
foot
part about
opening.
Internet
The
Historian
inside of the
is
cave
his
is
editing,
narrow.
100%.
He has to drop down on his hands and knees, crawling through a passageway filled with jagged rocks and choking dust. Then down a chute he had cleared out months earlier. All of the daylight is gone from here, and this lantern is his only source of light. Ignoring the loose limestone rocks perched directly above him, he is now 100 feet in, and here he reaches the turnaround room. Now they call this the turnaround room because this is the juncture where even experienced cavers say, no thanks, and turn around. Because to continue on means going through this, the squeeze, a gap in the stone of only 9 inches. For reference, here's a subway sub. Going through here would
Ew.
look exactly like this. His
Oh.
arms will need to be completely
Okay, we gotta put some CWs on this. Hold on. This is a story I think it's sad and scary as fuck. Uh-oh. Oops.
at their side, and he will need to exhale so that he can reduce the size of his torso. Gradually, bit by bit.
I don't know if this is
He
that story, Canine.
disappears
I think I know what you're
into the
talking
hole.
about.
His clothes are caught on sharp gypsum crystals, hooking into him and threatening to hold him in place. But using his feet like paddles, he pushes through. He reaches a wider opening at the other side, then crawls forward towards a ledge. Illuminated here is a 10-foot drop. A rope is already secured around a boulder, which allows him to rappel down. His worn-out leather shoes touch the ground. This is as far as he can go, and it is time for work to begin. What he is working on is another opening. At the moment, it's
Excuse me.
too small for anyone to fit through, but he will chip away at it until he can shove himself right through the other side. Because on the other side is this. A magnificent and otherworldly cave
Wow.
structure that will be irresistible to tourists. Every day for months, he has been removing rocks from this crevice. To him, this is all just routine. So he eases further into the gap. Carefully, he contorts his body through. Rocks compress the sides of his torso so close that his arms are pinned to the side of his body. He once again paddles his feet to inch down. Then, about
Black reaches-
halfway, he stops. The lantern. It's starting to dim. He will need to go all the way back to the surface to refuel the thing. He sighs. He slowly shuffles back out, pushing the lantern with his shoulder. Then, oh no. Dim, crackling darkness. He has knocked over the lamp and it has broken. Now, the man didn't panic. He had been caught in the dark before, and he could make his way back by feel alone.
What?
So he continues worming out, leveraging his foot against what he thinks is the cave wall. But that is not the cave wall. That is in fact a rock protruding from the ceiling. As soon as he puts his weight against the rock, it breaks loose. A solid piece weighing 15 kilograms lands directly on his ankle. It aches, but he's okay. It doesn't feel as though his ankle is broken, just badly bruised and caught underneath the rock. So he shuffles to move the rock away. Suddenly, gravel. A lot of gravel. It falls onto his feet, his legs, his torso, and the weight of it all forces the wedged rock deeper into the gap underneath his foot. Pinned. He tries to push forward. He cannot. He tries to inch backwards.
Oh my
cannot.
god.
He is stuck. This is Sand Cave. This man is Floyd Collins. He is trapped in absolute darkness, 60 feet deep below the earth, all of his limbs held in place.
Divers
At the very
specifically.
bottom of this.
I can understand going in like large caves like this just to see where they go, but like within reason. But like tiny
But
shit
before I
like
tell you
that
what
and
happens
diving, no, thank you.
Bad time. Speaking of people trapped in a cave, World of Tanks. World
What?
of Tanks is not only the best game I have ever played, it is the only game I have ever played. It's like cars, but tanks. Picture this. You're a hot new T-34-85 fan, and you've just
Lol.
joined the battle
Yeah,
because someone
horror
from the
stories.
tank bagged your entire family. It's time for revenge. You must use strategy. You must use stealth. You must use your wits to defeat your enemies. Use long range or short range. It's available on console, but I want you to get it on PC. Imagine a world war, but there are tanks involved this time. Now you get it. When you've seen as many Mr.
Enemies.
Tanks as I have, you get a little cynical about the world. My God, I'm gonna be sick. Look at all the different tanks. You can collectomize and customize them all. Massive. You can constantly team kill and ruin other people's good time.
What the f***? I'm on your f***! Yeah!
Did I mention it's historically accurate? Especially the Japanese robot tanks. Ooh, look. The tanks are
Yeah,
kissing.
right.
Progressive. Use the invite code TANKMANIA and get the Excelsior. 250k credits. Other stuff. Go to the link in the description and use the invite code TANKMANIA. Here's what you do. Get World of Tanks. Put that on one screen. Then, on a second monitor, you'll watch the next hour of this video while you play the game.
Wow.
I'm contractually obliged to say thank you for being a friend. Gosh, no. Tank's empty, kid. Go on without me. No, use your repair consumable. It's too late, kid. Tank care of my family.
His ads are so good.
Get it. Add over. Collins is still in the dark, unable to move. His left arm was pinned underneath his torso, his right wedged by the rock ceiling above. Beneath him, sharp crystal shards dug into his skin. Ice thawed, traced across the ceiling, and dripped down directly onto his face. Pooling
Yeah,
underneath.
holy shit.
The water was a consistent 54 degrees. Floyd tried to breathe calmly in the concentrated dark. When he did attempt to shuffle, more gravel and rocks would tumble from above and pile onto his feet, so nothing would work. He clawed at the cave walls till his fingertips were bloody, and he realized that there was only one option left. Call out for help. But wait. Who is Floyd, and why did he even go into a dangerous cave?
Yeah.
Floyd has been exploring the caves of Kentucky since he was merely 6 years old. And as he grew up, he gained a reputation for being a very daring caver. He would dive into some hole on one side of town and emerge miles away on someone else's property.
Sup?
He grew up and he became embroiled in the
Kentucky Cave.
Oh, that's Wendigoon. I was wondering who that was.
But the summary version is there's this huge network of interconnected.
Vindham Mammoth came into
called
Kentucky. I
Mammoth
think I have
Cave.
two. Oh,
It's actually the largest cave system in the world. And there's a city right in the middle of it. Cave City. Real name. So of course there are dozens of cave entrances on private property all over the place. Now farmland in this region has very poor soil and things do not grow well here. So cave tourism as a source of income quickly became the prominent thing. However, a problem. There are a very large number of caves, but there are only a limited number of tourists. So competition rapidly escalated. Visit my cave. No. Visit my cave. Big signs were erected saying, tourists, come to me. Mine is definitely open. Mine is the best. But then competitors would respond by saying, hey, by the way, we're open, but don't go to that one over there. It's really shitty. In fact, it's dangerous. This kept going further. By the end, they were blocking off the trail to each other's property, beating each other in the streets, and hiring people called cappers who would dress up as policemen and tell tourists, no, you can't go in there. That one? No, it's illegal. Despite the first competition, Floyd found a cave on his property and he started advertising it to tourists. Of course, very few came. All right, he thought, what if I found something really special and unique? Then surely people would have to come to my cave to see it. So he kept exploring and exploring until he found this hollow. It was filled with big gypsum crystals, and when you were in there, it felt like a completely alien world. But it was barely accessible. This small tunnel is the only way in. He would need to dig for months to open it up to tourists, but he knew he could do it. Back to the competition. They knew the value of this cave. They knew the potential. They wanted it for themselves, and they wanted.
You're surprised people were too cheap to bribe off cops.
One time, 5 of them just wandered onto Floyd's property and demanded he hand over the lease. When he refused, they just started beating the shit out of him.
Oh my god.
This only stopped when Floyd's brother, Homer, marched out with a shotgun and chased them all off. But Floyd was not deterred. He spent 12 hours a day, every day, for months, clearing gravel and stone, chipping away at that passage. He would open it up to tourists, make his cave an incredible attraction, and make his dreams come true. Hey! Is anyone there? So there's Floyd in the dark, yelling out for help. He's at the start of a very tiring loop. Sleep, wake, yell. Sleep, wake, yell. Hours.
Oh my god.
His voice gave in. Arms tingled numb. Pain radiating up his ankle. Here he remained in the dark for the next 23 hours. Quickly you might wonder, how come no one's come for him after 23 hours? Well, Sand Cave resides on a 200-acre farm. There are several homes on this property with other families. One of them, of course, is Colin's house, where Floyd's father, Lee, resides. Now, Lee and Floyd
massive storage for companies and wealthy people.
How to run things.
Also, Ghost Story, it was
Lee
really
wants
cold.
his son to
Yeah, I
concentrate
remember
on
it being
farming,
cold too.
And Floyd wants to concentrate
He wouldn't
on
even know
cave
how long
tourism.
that was. True.
Arguments would often get heated. And Lee was also a bit of a drunk. It was doubtful that he would even notice if his son Floyd was missing. Also not helping things, Floyd regularly lodged at 2 other homes on the farm. So when he didn't return to one host, they would presume that he was staying with the other. And, even worse than that, he had recently spent 30 hours in a cave. So disappearing for this length of time wasn't seen as abnormal.
Oh my god.
Regardless, around the 23-hour mark, a few locals started to suspect that, hey, something might be wrong, and they went to check up on him. And here, they spotted his jacket, still hung up. Unusual. They went deeper. However, there was only one person small enough to make it as far as the turnaround room. This was a 17-year-old Jewel Estes.
Buddy system is
He
important?
refused to go into the
Absolutely.
screens, but it was close enough to call Colin's name. Floyd! And Collins yelled back. Estes emerges from the cave.
Okay,
We know he's trapped, and we know where he is.
So, locals started to gather outside. Out of my way. Say a bunch of men who would each show up and take turns heading into the cave in an attempt to reach Collins. But once they reached the turnaround room,
Nope.
Sounds like a trans name, yeah.
Nope.
they would fail to reach him, emerging from the cave, soaked in mud and cursing. Out of my way, they would say as they were heading in the reverse direction. So a few more hours passed. Word would spread around town. Dozens of locals from Cave City started to gather outside.
Oh my god. Jewel Estates sounds like a trans name.
Over
Yeah.
in Louisville, Floyd's 22-year-old brother, Homer, he gets a phone call.
Hello? I see. My brother. He's trapped in a cave? I'm on my way.
Homer jumps on a coach.
Is that
and
another
makes his way to
YouTuber?
Floyd's cave. Homer struts up to the scene. Dozens of men are standing around outside. He ignores them all and marches right into the cavern, still wearing his city clothes. He makes his way in, down the chute, through the narrowing passages, down on his hands and knees towards the turnaround room. And when
All the
he
faces
arrives,
YouTubers? Ah, okay, okay.
he does not hesitate. He squeezes into the hole, scrambles his way through to the ledge on the other side. He sees Floyd below and slides down to meet him.
Floyd!
Sup?
Probably wasn't that casual.
Oh, thank God you're here.
Homer took a moment to shine his light around the area and assess the situation.
Spelled Estes here?
It was
Oh, okay,
not
okay.
good. This rock formation is going to prove almost impossible to work around. Alright, so let's have a look. Floyd is here. The rock is here, pinning his ankle. He's surrounded by rubble, and there's a pocket of gravel above him, ready to fall. However, because this opening is so small, there are only two viable ways of reaching Floyd and that gravel. Option 1, the most obvious, feet first. But if you do this, you have to kind of squat, and your own torso obstructs access to the rubble.
Minecraft gravel trap, yeah.
Otherwise, option 2, come down head first. That will give you better access, but you're trying to move hundreds of pounds of gravel upside down. Worse yet, there's barely an inch around Collins on either side, so good luck getting your arm down near Floyd's ankle to actually free him from the wedged rock. Homer calls back to the less daring rescuers standing behind him.
Quickly! Some food and drink!
God.
They send it through. He hand feeds his brother a pint of coffee and a total of 9 sausage sandwiches.
Feeling better?
Much better.
Then, Homer went to task. He began removing rocks and gravel, tiny scoop at a time, with the help of an old syrup can.
Oh my god.
For the next 8 hours he toiled, first with hands,
No, your
then
neck.
once enough was cleared, using a crowbar to scoop behind his brother, scraping away sharp protrusions as he went. It was slow progress. Virtually futile. As soon as he removed one rock or scoop of gravel, another would tumble from above and land in the new absence.
Yeah, we don't know how
And
much
it was
gravel is in
exhausting
there.
work. By sunrise, Homer's arms and back were knackered. His lungs burned. He was losing hope. Homer emerged hours later, shivering violently, skin bruised from his fingertips, but the cave barely yielded at all. However,
Yeah, like in
something
Minecraft.
by the time Homer reached outside, he was greeted by a sea of approximately 100 men and women standing around, drinking, squabbling, and talking big game about how they too were going to save Floyd. The press was also present to help people gawk from afar. Now, Homer recuperated at a small tent near the cave's mouth. Strangers immediately crowded around him to ask innocent but, frankly, frustrating questions, and offer unsolicited, obvious advice, as well as wildly impractical solutions. He should try untying his shoes, said one. No, we should send him down with a contortionist who's got a mallet and a chisel. We should jerk him off. Alright, I made that third guy up. But you get the idea.
I made that
And
third
they
guy
started
up.
to argue with each other about their plans. Hey, how about using dynamite? One clique formed, insisting that it was a great idea. And another saying, no, the explosion will kill him, and the weight of the new rocks will surely crush him. They fought for a while until they started arguing about gas torches, which will cook him or asphyxiate him, or the gas will poison him. But by far the most common suggestion, of course,
Make him
was
happier, yeah.
amputation. Never mind that the foot itself was unreachable, and never mind what the blood loss and shock would do to Floyd's weakened body, and never minding even more that Floyd was strongly reluctant to the idea.
Whatever you do, don't cut my foot off.
All of the squabble would not have gotten on Homer's nerves, except that not one of them would just brave the damn cave and continue shoveling away the gravel. The formula
Pussies.
was always the same. Brave heroes go in with food and supplies, then reach the turnaround room and immediately lose their nerve, then dump the food just outside the hole, and then return back outside and go, oh, absolutely. No, he says, thanks for the food. Thank you so much. Yum, yum. No one would go through that squeeze. Dozens more men would try.
Oh my god.
All of them would fail.
Wait, I gotta see that picture again.
So much. Yum, yum. No one would go through that squeeze.
Oh my god.
Dozens more men would try. All of them would fail. February 2nd, 9 a.m. So far, Homer has been the only person to have reached Floyd, and that would continue to be true until here we are at the Louisville Courier. There's a spirited young newshawk named William Miller. He's talking to his
Yeah,
boss,
right.
and he's trying to convince him that it's a great idea for him to cover the story of the man trapped in the cave.
Listen up, boss. I'm hearing talk of a man in a cave. He's stuck down there, and I want to get down there too. Get to the nitty-gritty, you hear?
This is an opportunity for some good PR, Miller. I'm in, but I want us to sponsor that rescue. Picture this. Man saved from cave by Louisville Courier, the finest newspaper in the state.
Oh my
That'll run
God.
plenty of business.
24-carat idea, boss. I'll make it happen. I'll get down there toot sweet.
So off Miller goes to Floyd's cave.
God. Fucking
Back over at
capitalists.
the cave, Homer is sitting outside trying to recuperate as Miller wanders up. He glares at the man in his city clothes and answers every question with either a grunt or a one-word answer.
Yeah. Sure.
Finally, he gestures to Sand Cave.
Listen, you want more information? The hole's right behind me. Why don't you go take a look yourself?
Now, Miller is only 21, but he is a slender and determined man. He takes on the challenge. So he removes his suit, drapes himself in coveralls, and grabs a lamp. Miller slowly enters the cave.
Oh my God.
He finds himself stepping in puddles and having to correct his balance against the ever-softening walls. These were accumulating problems thanks to the gawkers outside who had lit campfires all around the entrance. That caused
Fucking-
snowmelt, and the stable environment of the cave is starting to shift.
Oh
But
my
Miller makes it
God.
further than most. And all that's left is that final squeeze.
Is there an
and
echo
he's
in this
there.
chat? What?
He stops. He takes a moment and decides to call out to Floyd.
Plus, what else would people would pay attention to?
Given
Yeah.
there is someone on the other side, he feels ashamed not to try. So he closes his eyes and moves forward. His slender figure begins inching through. The crystal gypsum cuts into his elbows and tugs at his clothes. He gets snagged. He's spluttering through the pools of muddy water. He stops, collects himself, and pushes on. He can barely inhale. If he gets stuck in here, he can only hope that someone else can come in from behind and pull him out by the legs. But eventually, he makes it through. Fantastic. He's now standing on the edge of a 10-foot pit, and he clumsily bumbles his way down it. He sat right next to Floyd, ready to interview him. But Floyd didn't really answer any of his questions. In fact, he was incoherent. At the moment, he is sitting in a pool of water that is 12 degrees, slowly sapping his body. He is dying from exposure. The cold is diminishing Floyd's mental faculties, and he can barely make sentences.
Oh my
So Miller took
God.
a few mental notes, and he left. He worked his way back through the squeeze, past the turnaround room, and out into the daylight. He is covered in mud and scratches and numb head to toe. And when Homer saw, his hope reignited. someone else had made it to Floyd.
You and me. Together, we can get Floyd out of there.
Why not just make the squeeze bigger?
If Miller
Can they do
hadn't gone
that?
to that cave, there's a good chance that Floyd's story would have remained an obscure footnote in the back pages. But the interviews and first-person accounts gave the audience a glimpse of something real.
You really
Fear,
prefer dying
hope,
of starvation?
desperation,
Absolutely.
The full range. And so from
Would have
Los
taken way
Angeles
too
to
long?
New York,
Would
Floyd's
it?
story was picked up everywhere and described the Kentucky man's plight in sensational detail. It was also the era when radio became a regular feature.
True.
for
I
regular
didn't think about the
Americans.
collapse.
Radio allowed something new. Hourly updates. Letting people get engrossed into the story. So, mostly thanks to Miller, the story of Floyd over the next week would grow and grow, seemingly frothing over into every aspect of American life.
Is this
The
like
press at large would be
one of the
clamoring over
first
each
like
other for every
viral
little extra scrap of
news
detail.
stories or something?
And everybody wanted to know, will this man make it?
Interesting.
Back outside the cave, someone new enters the scene. Lieutenant Robert Burden, a thin but strong 33-year-old Louisville firefighter. Like Miller, he was able to navigate the passages of the cave and brave the squeeze. Scratched up pretty good and drenched in cold, muddy water, he managed to get through. He grabbed the rope and confidently lowered himself to Floyd's position. It was
God.
not an optimistic sight. Floyd's condition was deteriorating.
Well, we've got a heck of a problem here, but I think I can get you out with a rope.
Floyd nods in approval.
Go on. We might just pull your bloody leg off. Just pull my leg off then. Get me out of here.
Burden returned to the surface and faced the crowd.
Gotta be a firefighter, yeah.
We will attempt a rope pull.
The crowd murmured. It was dangerous. It would certainly break his foot and could altogether pull it off. If there are jagged rocks, you'll fill it, the poor man. Amongst the crowd, a doctor stepped forward. A rope pull could stretch his internal organs and cause them to rupture. You'll kill him. But Floyd is dying of exposure down there.
Yeah, he's
The
gonna die
situation
either
is
way.
becoming desperate. Burden
The
put
rope around
caution
my
to the
neck.
side.
The time for strategy is over. Now we try brute force.
Jesus. So fucking spooky. Hello? What the fuck? You should know he's dying, yeah.
Floyd, we're here. We're gonna get you out of here.
After 79 hours in the cold water, he is delirious, fading in and out of consciousness. Homer gave his brother some coffee and fed him a couple of ham sandwiches. That warms him up and gives him a bit more energy, and he comes back to lucidity.
Oh, much better.
I'm gonna put the special harness
Ooh.
around you. Burden and Miller, they're here too. We got 3 more boys right up the cave, and they're all ready to pull as hard as they can to get you out of here.
Floyd was frightened.
I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna hurt.
He gave his brother some whiskey and a strong sedative to calm his nerves, and also to help him withstand the shock in case
Yeah.
his foot is destroyed.
Plus it'll relax the
Floyd
muscles
took the
too, right?
opportunity to appreciate being
Doesn't look
surrounded
bad.
by friends and family.
Shrimp scampi pizza? That sounds really
All right,
good.
strap him up.
Homer tied the harness around Colin's chest and knotted the rope.
Ready?
Above, Miller is crouched at the top of the pit.
Ready?
Burden clenches the cord from further up the cave.
3,
The rope goes taut.
2,
Do it.
1.
The cheese and the shrimp is on top. Ooh, yum.
Instinctively, Floyd gasps. The force of 6 men pulled against the clutches of the cave. Floyd began to scream. His body was being pulled up from the rubble. The gravel was beginning to shift. Burden clenched his teeth. Floyd screamed harder as well. Now, Floyd was trapped in a supine position, but the direction of the rope caused an upwards force that raised him vertically. His torso was being compressed and bent against the ceiling of the trap. It would kill. Floyd's screaming intensified, and through gasps was begging them to stop. The screams filled the echoing cave, but it did not stop. The agony continued. On and on, with no progress.
Enough! Enough! You guys are killing him!
Homer pulled in the
said
opposite
stop.
direction to give his brother some reprieve. Somehow, Homer mustered the strength to altogether wrench the cord from the other men's hands. The rope went slack. Homer, Floyd, and the rope lay limp on the cave floor, panting and exhausted. No progress had been made.
Jesus.
The cave would not let this man go. The futility of the situation
So
sank in,
spooky.
and all they could do was leave for now and reassess.
Yeah.
Everybody was shaken by the experience. Burden fainted as he crawled towards the exit. Most of the other men had to be carried away. Outside, the crowd had grown to 200. They buzzed and asked useless questions, and Homer...
These
paused
edits are
rejectfully
so
past
good.
them. He sat by thinking what he could do. The cause seemed hopeless.
Homer?
Then, someone showed up who could turn things around. He looked up to see a childhood friend of both his and Floyd's, Johnny Gerald.
Good name.
Gerald knew more about cave rescues than most. In fact, just that summer prior, he had helped untangle Floyd from a different snag. He was just the man for the job.
Hell yeah.
Alright, let me go see him. Well, look who it is.
Floyd perked up immediately.
Yay.
Thrilled to see Gerald.
Alright, let's see what we can do.
Gerald jumped down. For the next 3 hours, Gerald went back to the original plan of prying away rocks. His stamina was good, and progress was surprisingly good as well. For several more hours, he continued, just moving stone after stone. New one would fall in its place, and he'd move that one too. By midnight, he had enough room to shift position and clear some of the gravel that was at each side of Floyd's body. Gerald would spend several more hours scooping. And it worked. For the first time, Floyd's torso was now available.
Oh my
Then
God.
his upper thigh. For the first time in over 90 hours, Floyd was able to wiggle his arms, his hips, and even that trapped right leg, though it was very painful to do. In that one session,
Oh my God.
Gerald managed to move a half-ton of rock, but there was still a lot more to go, and that rock by his foot was still holding him in place. By 2 a.m., Gerald was spent. He needed rest, and he was ready to head back outside.
Floyd, tomorrow, you're gonna be a free man.
Now here you might think that things will become straightforward.
What a
They did
Chad.
not. Now that that space had been cleared, Burden became convinced that if he could get down that passage again, he could free Floyd with another rope pull, fate deciding with both feet or just one. But when Burden tried to enter the cave again, he was sternly rebuffed by the locals. They were playing gatekeeper. They had been specifically instructed to not let anyone in, and they were especially opposed to Burden making another rope pull after word spread about the disaster of the first attempt. He tried to reason with them.
Let me try the rope pull again. It'll work this time.
They wouldn't let up. Instead,
Huh.
they shouted obscenities and shoved him in the other direction.
What the fuck?
Meanwhile, Gerald and Homer are incapacitated with exhaustion, and Miller was busy filing some paperwork for the Louisville Courier. Nobody else had the ability or the authority to take action, so Floyd spent all of that morning alone.
Hello? Is anyone there? Help? Hey? Anyone out there?
Jesus Christ.
Word spread about Floyd. Miller's reporting had been picked up by the AP Newswire, and they distributed it amongst their hundreds of partnered newspapers. For Miller, it would be the biggest moment of his career. But he didn't stop to pay it mind. He spent the day hatching a rescue plan.
Hell
Miller
yeah.
descended into the cave and set to work. When he entered, he found that the team before him had strung light bulbs all through the cavern, leading all the way down to Floyd. Very handy. A bulb was also put around Floyd's neck to keep him warm and make sure that
Good.
he was never again left in the dark.
Good, good.
Miller popped down to Floyd.
Ah, Floyd! Fancy seeing you here, buddy.
Reusing that syrup tin, he started offloading gravel into buckets. Those buckets were then passed up and down the cavern. And so it went on for the next 2 hours. Miller stopped for a break. He took some bread, milk, and whiskey, and sharing it with Floyd, they started to get to talking. Floyd had been in that cave for over 100 hours now, and seeing everyone working together, Floyd was overcome with a sense of hope and relief, and so he began spilling his heart out to Miller. Here is what he is quoted in the newspaper.
I believed I would go to heaven. I can feel that I'm to be taken out alive.
Oh my God.
With both my feet. I kept thinking, what would happen if the rock above me would fall? It caused me to shudder. I kept thinking to drive my mind to something else, but it wasn't much use. I couldn't do much to help those who came to help me.
I hope this
But I
story
knew that
ends
a lot of
good.
people were willing to do all in their power.
Oh God, I'm gonna be devastated if not.
It gave me courage. Tuesday morning, I thought to myself, 4 days down here, and no nearer freedom than I was on the first day. How will it end? Will I get out? I couldn't think.
No.
I have faced
Better
death
freaking make it out.
before.
Yeah.
It doesn't frighten me, but it is so long. Tell them I am not going to give up. Tell them I'm going to fight and be patient and never forget them.
Meanwhile, Floyd's story kept growing. Pedestrians would gather around corner store windows to read the latest bulletins. The press began using giant typefaces, commonly only reserved for declarations of war.
Wow.
Churches in all of the nearby counties were holding services for Floyd. Theaters even interrupted their shows to update the audience. Now, at the time, President Coolidge was in charge, and his Secretary of Commerce was a geologist, Herbert Hoover. Now, Mr. Hoover followed the story very closely, and so it was likely that the president did too. Even Congress paused session to ask about the latest news from Sand Cave. By the end, the Floyd Collins incident would explode into the third largest non-political story between World War I and World War II. All of this excitement,
Wow.
an inundation of people to Cave City. Old
No.
population, 690. Yawn. New population, 10,000. Hotels ran out of food. Residents
Yo.
turned their homes into makeshift hotels, charging sizable premiums to let people nap in their bathtubs. The banks quickly ran out of on-hand cash, and 4,500
What else to talk about?
automobiles
Yeah, but this is gonna be
had to be
horrible for
sent
the
back
actual
up
rescue
2 miles
effort.
from 20 different states to drive onto the Collins farm and turn their pristine green pastures into swampy parking lots. Deep below all those tourists, there's Miller, trying to free Floyd. Alright, a little bit of setup. Floyd, Miller, some remaining rubble, rock. For anyone to lift the rock by hand would be impossible because Floyd's body obstructs the hole. Miller grabs a crowbar and shoves it through the gap. Now he's going to lever it off Floyd's foot. Cool. The crowbar is now wedged against the rock. Next, he takes a jack. He positions it on top of the crowbar so that it will be forced against the ceiling. However,
Oh.
problem. That jack is too big. It doesn't fit. Miller yells up the tunnel for a smaller one, but this took some time. And when it arrived, too small, won't reach the ceiling. But instead of sending for another one, Miller takes 2 blocks of wood and bolsters them underneath the crowbar. Right, so the crowbar now sits higher, it fulcrums against the blocks, and the jack is sitting on top. All Miller has to do is expand the jack, which he will do using this spanner, holding it at the very tips of his fingers. Sounds easy. It's not. But that's the plan. Let's get him out of there. He turned the wrench. The jack expanded, and the crowbar took strain. The whole thing slid apart with a pang. Floyd wasn't hurt, but Miller was contorting and exerting his whole body from back to fingertip. They tried again. Same result. Miller tried a new angle.
Uh-oh.
Maybe this time. The jack pressed. The tension increased. And this time, the rock moved. It fucking moved. With each turn, the stone shifted a little more. Miller's hands shook with adrenaline, his face and body dripping with
Oh
sweat.
my God.
One of the blocks slipped, and the wooden tower went sideways. The rock painfully slammed back down on Colin's foot.
You'll get it next time, Miller. Try again.
Miller did. Again and again. Adding blocks, taking them away, new crowbar position, changed the jack position, every angle, all while Floyd was there, cheering him on.
What a fucking trooper!
For the next 4 hours he tried. No progress. Miller was exhausted. He couldn't do this on his own, but he was the only one slim enough to get in through the gap. The group decided to concede for now and return to the surface. They would take just a small break, but it looked to everyone like there was a clear way to get this man out. So Miller and Burden...
That's
all
so
went through
smart, by the
mud
way.
And the winds of the cave. As they made their way through, the cave was visibly sagging. The ceiling seemed lower. Parts were harder to navigate than before, especially now with their bruised and purple hands. But they made it outside to the fresh, early morning air. And here is where they're greeted with a new sight. Dozens of soldiers. The National Guard
Oh my God.
had arrived. In addition to the National Guard, a new figure was joining the story. Henry Carmichael. Now, Carmichael was the general superintendent of the Kentucky Rock Asphalt Company. He had been on site since Tuesday, and he was appalled at how primitive the rescue attempts had been. Shortly after Miller and co. had exited, Carmichael sent 2 men into Sand Cave to assess the structure's stability. They soon came back with a report. It was not good. Near the final squeeze, large cracks had formed. The ceiling was beginning to droop. Alright, so the following is a recounting of events from one of Carmichael's men, Casey Jones. Casey and another worker spent about an hour in the cave, surveying its condition, looking at the boards, the ceiling, the stability of the walls. He continued deeper towards Floyd. He was fighting against his nerves. The shifting of the rock pinged his every instinct to flee. But he heard Collins moaning ahead, so he pushed himself on. He managed to make it through the squeeze, and he arrived at the 10-foot pit. Seeing Floyd trapped, he tried to ignore the pebbles that were tumbling behind him.
Please, come down.
I can't right now, Floyd, but I will when I get back.
Behind Casey, his partner is begging to leave. Below Casey, Collins is pleading for help.
Please, I'm so thirsty.
Okay.
Casey slid headfirst into the pit
No.
and hastily ladled Floyd some coffee. But Floyd rejected it.
No.
Rumbling intensified from above, and in that moment, Casey realized that this was not a plea for sustenance. Floyd knew that a cave-in was inevitable. Scared and approaching his 5th day trapped, he was completely at his wit's end. He knew he was about to be trapped in that cave, and he didn't want to be trapped alone.
Oh my God.
For God's sake, Casey, come on, you'll get us killed.
Stay with me, please. Don't leave.
Casey looked into Colin's eyes, set the coffee down, and pulled himself out of the pit. He wiggled underneath the sagging ceiling
Oh
and
my
crawled
God.
towards the turnaround room as fast as his limbs could scramble against the cave walls. He looked back to see the passage closing like a maw. Reflections from the bulb shining around Floyd's neck were no longer visible. Instead, just sobs could be heard, muffled from behind the rocks.
What the hell? You pussy, die with me.
Miller and Burden awoke in the late morning, confident that today would be the day that they saved Floyd. They had some new equipment too. Some wire to wrap around the wooden
Oh,
blocks to prevent them
God.
from slipping. And they changed their mind about that acetylene torch. They'll use it to burn away 2 rocks that had previously blocked their way. But when Miller got to the turnaround room, all of that optimism left him. The entrance to the squeeze was now just a pile of debris.
Oh,
Miller
God.
froze, staring at it for a long while. Then he sighed and did the only thing he could think, attempt to move some of the stones. But each adjustment led to more rocks just tumbling down and landing in that space.
Yep.
He persisted until... crash. A large chunk of clay landed onto his feet. Recognizing the danger, Miller returned to the surface. 15 minutes later, he emerged from the cave with a bloodied up nose and bruises down his back and shoulders.
God.
Irvin caught sight and races over to him. Miller just says, "For God's sake, just don't let Homer or anyone else back in there." Now, he didn't actually need to worry about Homer going back in there because he was sidelined with illness.
Oh,
But
God.
he did, however, need to worry about Gerald because he was furious. Gerald had warned everyone that putting dozens of people in Sand Cave would cause a collapse. It certainly did. The rest of that day would be wasted as men threw blame around and screamed at each other about how
God.
to handle the cave-in. And Floyd spent the rest of that day alone.
Yeah.
The surveyors continued checking the cave throughout the day. By the evening, Carmichael had ordered everyone to an assembly. Gerald took the floor. He was going to try one last daring rescue. He boldly announced his plan and an ultimatum.
Listen up. There's death down there. The walls and ceilings are crumbling. Unless you're determined to take the biggest chance you ever took in your life, tell me now and stay outside.
Next, they told all the Gawkers to get the fuck out of the cave, clear off. And over the next 8 hours, Gerald would enter and leave Sand Cave at least 5 times, chipping away at that pile of debris.
Oh my
In the
God.
woods, men sawed trees and chopped logs to shore up the cave walls. Underground, the crew reinforced cracks and wobbling boulders with fresh strips of wood. Gerald assessed that about 4 barrels of rocks would need to be moved, and piece by piece, they made that happen. Steadily, they managed to move
Oh
enough
my
rock
God.
to allow Gerald to get within earshot of Floyd.
Bad news. We can't reach you. But hold on. We're coming.
Stone by stone, they continued. After a few hours, the light of the bulb around Floyd's neck was peeking through. A couple more hours, enough room for Gerald to squeeze through.
Oh my God.
That's enough. Floyd, I'm going for now. But when I get back, I'm gonna get you out of there.
Exhausted but still determined, Gerald crawled back up the cave and marched to the men huddling outside.
Gather the equipment, and in an hour's time, it's gonna be me and Floyd coming out of that cave.
Holy shit. So many Giga
Gerald
Chads
entered
in this
Sand Cave
story.
for his final time. The walls had been reinforced, but mud and water was accumulating everywhere. He waded through it and pressed on past the danger of the sagging ceiling. With determination on his face and a grease gun clutched in his right hand, he scrambled towards Floyd. But before the final squeeze, he stopped. It was all gone. The cave ceiling had crumbled once again. Gerald stared motionlessly at the pile. Then he began to yell.
Floyd!
A rock disconnected from the ceiling and tumbled onto Gerald's head. Luckily, just a small one. He rubbed his scalp and called out again.
Floyd!
This time, a moan. It rumbled from the other side. Fearing that his friend was slipping out of consciousness, Gerald willed himself against the cave, launching the debris behind him with force. He ignored the pain from
What
being
the
struck on the head and
fuck?
clawed at the stone pile. He carried on this way for several minutes, until a sharp, heavy rock dropped from the ceiling and landed squarely on his back. No more than 15 minutes later, Gerald returned to the surface, defeated. Only after the cave-ins did
Holy
they start to
shit.
think about all of the things that they could have done.
Wait, why didn't we rig a portable telephone line? That would have been incredibly simple here in 1925.
Yeah, why have we been running in and out to deliver updates? Why didn't we give him an AM radio? He could have had something to listen to and receive messages of support from the public. Wait, why don't we rig up a tarpaulin so we could lift his torso up so he wouldn't be slowly dying of exposure?
Oh god, why didn't we run a feeding tube? That's also a technology we have in 1925.
All too late. Now what? The one route to get to Floyd is closed forever. That meant 2 options. Number 1, capitulation. Surrender him to the cave.
Yeah. The correct
Or
option
number 2,
at this point.
dig down from directly above Floyd. Now, the prospect of digging from above seemed almost fanciful.
What?
At least, it did in the beginning. But luckily, they had some help. Owing to Miller's reporting, Floyd had become practically the most famous person in the country. The rescue had become a high priority for the governor of Kentucky, Lieutenant General Denhart.
What the fuck? It just keeps
He's been updated on
turning.
the situation, and following shortly behind him is a small army of miners and engineers. He declared to the despondent crowd, "Gentlemen, I am here on behalf of the governor. The purse strings of Kentucky are open. Take this blank check and bring that man out alive."
Oh my god!
Floyd, in that cold, wet confine, could not have imagined the scale of the operation that was going on 55 feet above him. Authorities assumed control of Colin's rescue. Denhart gave Henry Carmichael the lead to dig, and Carmichael raced to get to work. He enlisted his employees, his fleet of expensive high-tech machinery. Professional groups were brought in from all across the state. Local townspeople were mostly excluded, and for the first time since Collins had been trapped, work was now about to go ahead in a systematic manner. Everyone knew the plan, everyone had something to do, and everyone was working fast.
Oh my god, this is
But
so
just as
sick.
hopes were rising, they were once again dashed against the rocks. They had all of this state-of-the-art machinery shipped in and assembled by the engineers and raring to go, and it was all worthless. See, the problem is, the cave drew air into it. These diesel-powered engines pumped out enormous volumes of choking exhaust. Within a day's operation, the cave would be filled with carbon monoxide, and Floyd would be dead from asphyxiation.
Oh
Just as
my
quickly as
god.
solutions would arise, the cave would parry them away. It refused to let this man go. So engineers and miners had wasted hours assembling everything, only to realize that they had to pack it all up and cart it away. Because the digging of a 55-foot shaft would be done with picks and shovels.
Jesus
Carmichael
fucking
didn't know
Christ.
much about caves, but he knew a lot about quarrying, and he estimated that his team of 75 volunteers could dig and dredge at a rate of 2 feet per hour. If they worked around the clock, they would be digging directly into the spot where Floyd lays within 30 hours. Now, is it possible that Floyd could survive for another 30 hours? Absolutely. Let's go. The first ton was moved,
Jesus.
and at first, it was easy work. Just dirt and clay. Carmichael understood well that this was a race against time.
I know,
so he
right?
watched the men closely.
This
and
is
if
so
they seemed to be slowing
fucking
down,
sick.
even a little, they would be yanked out, and immediately a new worker subbed in. Nonetheless,
Where
the
are those
pace
supposed to go
slowed.
these days? There's
By 10
probably
feet,
way more
the
tools at our
shaft narrowed
disposal.
greatly, which meant that only 2 men could work at a time. At 15 feet, they hit boulders. Pickaxes went in, and a system of pulleys and buckets had to be used to cart the rock out. Tracks were even laid to ferry the refuse to a dump site. Time passed. Hours passed. Night went to day. The day was hot. This was yet another problem, because it's early February, there's tons of ice still in the ground, and this exposure to the fresh midday sun meant that the walls of the shaft were softening and the ground becoming sodden. The pace of digging slowed. It was now only half a foot per hour. Most anyone could do was watch helplessly on the sidelines and pray. Interestingly, though, there were a lot of people on the sidelines. Floyd wouldn't have believed that the space above him had turned into a literal carnival in his honor.
Oh my god.
Vendors showed up to sell hamburgers, hot dogs, and souvenirs. Families sprawled out over blankets to listen to hymns from local church groups. The local mountebanks sold moonshine and miracle cures.
Oh my
There was
god.
even a bloody juggler. And Old Man Lee was there, walking around, shaking his jar, and soliciting donations. But where were Homer and Burden and Miller during all of this? Okay, let's back up a bit. People did not properly understand exactly how Floyd was trapped, and the news didn't help much either. So the obvious question started to arise. Why hasn't he been rescued yet? Just clear some gravel or pull a rope. How is this so hard? Motive was attributed.
I heard they didn't even want to have him rescued at all.
Oh no.
I heard that they're doing all of this for publicity.
And Lee's activity of soliciting donations, remember from before,
Yeah.
further inflamed rumors.
I bet Floyd isn't even trapped in there.
These were all real rumors, and they got worse.
You know what? I've heard he comes out at night, and then he just goes back in the morning.
Other rumors
What?
included
I heard that after Floyd went into the cave, someone murdered him.
Others said
I think they're withholding food and water from him, so he dies.
This whole thing
God.
is a fraud.
As time went on, it was harder and harder to ignore the hoax claims. Then, people started to form righteous mobs, claiming the whole thing was a fraud, and they started to get nasty. In fact, 2 people even went to the telegraph office and pretended to be Floyd, sending telegrams to his mother. Here's what it said. Quote, "Please contradict statements that I am buried alive in Sand Cave. Stop. Tell mother I am all right.
Oh my
Stop.
God.
Am
Oh, it is
coming home.
Kentucky. Yeah, you're right.
Stop. Floyd Collins."
And like
Naturally,
1920
the AP
something.
published these telegrams unquestioningly, and now word is out to the press that he isn't actually in the cave after all. That made the authorities look foolish, and it could not go on. So, a hasty court-martial was arranged, and Homer, Miller, and Gerald were summoned.
Just a little bit. I get
On Monday
I
and
get
another
congested
on
when I
Tuesday.
smoke a bit.
Lee and everyone else is cleared of charges, a retraction is written, and things carry on. Generators rumbled. Pumps churned out water. Men continued working in shifts and carrying away the earth. Here they are with strips of lumber to shore up the walls. They were only 25 feet down. The pace had slowed to 4 inches per hour. In their desperation, they resorted to dynamite, but this did little to the boulders. Despite all these bleak circumstances,
Jesus.
people's spirits were high, because everyone was keen for their turn to dig, and because they had one more thing to latch onto. He is probably still alive. Now, how do they know that? Okay, so remember that light bulb around Floyd's neck?
Uh-huh.
Well, it's powered by a simple copper wire. Bare copper wire is subject to very minute fluctuations in resistance. So, an engineer rigs up a radio amplifier to this wire to read the current and see those small fluctuations.
What the fuck?
There they were. About 20 per minute. The rate of steady breathing. As his chest expands and contracts, they can read it from this device.
Whoa.
And so, they kept going. And going. And going. 30 hours was the original estimate. Now 144 hours had come and gone, and they were only at 44 feet. Then, rain fell.
No.
Rain that mixed with dirt to make mud, much of which then froze to make ice. Ice which expanded and damaged the integrity of the shaft walls. Slowing down with every hour, they continued. Many more hours passed, and they were getting close. But it was now 15 days since Floyd was first stuck in that cave, and people had mostly lost hope. That excitement in the newspapers was tempering.
Yeah.
Visitors began clearing out from Cave City. Many still held on to hope, but their final lifeline, that light bulb, had burnt out. And it wasn't possible to do any more readings on the radio amplifier without it. No one knew if Floyd was still alive. Another 51 hours would pass before, finally, they reached the 60-foot depth.
I'm in. Chisel.
A chisel is handed down, At 1:30 p.m. on Monday, February 16th, Sand Cave would open once again. For 17 days, Floyd had been trapped underground, stuck in the same position. 4 days without heat or light.
My
12
God.
without food or water. But maybe the dripping of the cave water had provided him with some sustenance? There are stories of people surviving harsher extremes. Rescuers frantically tugged at rocks to widen the hole. Everybody stood by, absolutely silent, peering into that hole.
How fucking horrible.
Ed flashed his light into the gap, then eased himself in. Brenner aimed his light around the room, and then, finally, at Floyd. The first thing he saw was a golden shimmer. It was not the light bulb. It was the reflection of Floyd's tooth. His mouth hung open. He was dead.
Ugh.
Brenner was helped out of the cave and he delivered the news.
Oh.
Dead.
Oh my
The
God.
coroner would later state that Floyd succumbed to exposure and that they had missed him by just 3 days. About the same time that the light bulb had gone out.
Ugh. Oh my God. How heartbreaking.
But what would they do now with the body? The shaft walls were ready to fall inwards, and risking lives to remove a corpse was seen as just irresponsible. So the following morning, officials made a decision. Floyd would be entombed where he lay.
Ugh.
The cave would keep its victim. Now, this did not sit well with the family, but what could they do? The next day, they planned the funeral. The town emptied of people, and the shaft with Floyd at the bottom was refilled with soil. But that's not quite the end of the story. But if you hung on for this long, keep holding on, because things are going to continue to get interesting.
What?
But first, let me do a wrap-up of where everyone is and all that stuff. Context. The Collins family already had financial hardship. Locals saw Old Man Lee scouring the rescue site for glass bottles. But the owner of the land, B. Doyle, and supposed friend of Floyd, was wholly unsympathetic. He erected a sign on the highway which said, 200 yards away, the body of Floyd Collins is imprisoned in Sand Cave. Then
What
he
the
began
fuck?
charging tourists 50 cents apiece for the opportunity to gander into the hole.
Yeah.
It's 100 years
Spit on
later,
him.
Lee's dead. Let's call it even. Also, remember those claims of Kentucky being an open purse? Well, the state reneged on the deal. They refused to pay many of the rescuers, and most of them went home without any compensation. Some of them did make some money out of the situation, though. They lucked into vaudeville gigs and roamed the country, giving their first-person account.
That's fair.
Miller, however, received an astonishing
Capital.
offer, a $50,000 contract from the Chautauqua Lecture Circuit, equivalent to the better part of $1 million in today's money. He declined. He continued to work at the Louisville Courier-Journal. The following year, his coverage of Floyd's story earned him the Pulitzer Prize. Now the brother, Homer, he needed money and he agreed to do that vaudeville circuit. He stood on stage and regaled the audience about tales of his brother, their childhood, and the tragedy. But Homer made it known why he was up here on stage trying to get money. He had a mission.
I kept thinking of Floyd lying in the muck. Where he had
No
suffered beyond
shot.
our power to imagine. I would never have peace of mind if he remained there.
He wanted the money to dig Floyd up and get him out of that cave. A couple of months later, he had it. Alright, so back to Floyd. April 17th, 1925. 7 miners showed up to the scene. They began to dig. Within a week, they had arrived at Floyd. And this time, they approached from the other side of the rock formation. That way, they could remove the rock pinning Floyd's leg. They lifted him up from his tomb and laid him down on the fresh air above. April 26th, 1925. Floyd was set to rest in the family cemetery. A stalagmite had been set as a headstone to mark out his plot. And there he lay. No, that's not actually where it ends. Okay, this is where it gets weird. 2 years later, 1927. Times have been tough for the Collins. So Floyd's dad sold Sand Cave to a dentist named Dr. Harry B. Thomas for $10,000. Now, Homer begged him not to, because at the time, the government was starting to buy up tons of land in the area and turn it into national parks. They had to pay at a very competitive rate. But Lee was becoming a bit old and senile by this point, and frankly, it's doubtful that he cared about Homer or Floyd or anyone else for that matter. It's 100 years later, he's dead now, let's call it. So, the point is, in this land sale with Thomas, Lee agreed to a very odd clause. And that clause said, everything on that property belongs to Thomas. And should he wish, for example, to exhume a dead body and re-embalm it and put it on display in something really tacky like a glass coffin inside a cave, maybe, then that would be his prerogative. Lee signed yes. And Thomas did exactly that. Doyle made Floyd's corpse a tourist attraction.
What the fuck?
Two bits of gander, come and wonder at the incredible dead man who died in a cave. But to add insult to injury, it worked. Visitors returned to Sand Cave to gawk morbidly at Floyd.
Oh,
within a few months,
my
Thomas had turned
fucking
Lee's failing farm
God.
into a successful business.
Back in the cave, fucker.
Now, the rest of Floyd's
Get the fuck in there.
They try a number of times to get Floyd returned to them, including through the legal system. But somehow, incredibly, the judge ruled in Thomas's favor. And so, there he lay for the next 2 years.
Holy fuck.
The cave was not done with Floyd. Until someone hatched a plan. 2 years later, it's midnight, outside Sand Cave.
What the
Footsteps
fuck
can be
is
heard
this
rustling
story,
through the night.
dude?
Now, we don't know who these two men are, but we know why they are here. To rob a grave. They sneak inside and clamber over the rocks in the darkness. Reaching Floyd's casket, they undo the latch and throw open the lid. There is his shriveled body. They throw him in a gunny sack, and they race off into the night. For 800 yards they carry dear Floyd, like a couple of sweaty Santas about to deliver a really terrible Christmas present. Panting, out of breath, knowing that they're going to get caught any minute, they reach the Kentucky Green River hillside. There's no time. With a 1, 2, 3, they launch his body towards the river, and Floyd goes sailing into the air, up, into the starlit beyond, and landing in a bush. The two men flee from the scene. Now, the next morning, Thomas notices that the body of Floyd is somewhat missing, and he contacts the authorities. The police come, they dust the casket for fingerprints, and bloodhounds are given Floyd's scent and let loose into the hillside. A few hours later, they manage to find him, a tangled up mess near the river, but this time with a leg missing. That same one that was trapped under the rock. So, despite his protest, it had been amputated. Neither the leg nor the culprits were ever found.
Oh my
And while it would
God.
be nice to think that this was some well-intentioned duo that did this out of the kindness of their hearts to free Floyd, it's much more likely that it was an act of vandalism because Floyd was simply too much of a hot tourist attraction. The following day, Floyd was cast back into the cave, back into his box, and it was covered by a metal lid, surrounded by a metal chain, and locked with a padlock. He was now more trapped than he had ever been.
Oh my
This
God.
cave had spun fate once again to make sure that its victim would never leave. And so, time passed. Floyd's body would continue to decay. The rot from his body would eventually rot the casket too, and every decade or so, it would need to be replaced. A few years later, he was no longer on display. But even then, he remained in that box for many more years. In 1961, Floyd's Cave was purchased by Mammoth Cave National Park, and it was closed to the public. There would be no more visitors. The entrance itself to Floyd's Cave was closed with a steel gate and bolted, then welded shut. But the Collins family never gave up objecting to Collins' body being left in the cave. And here is where the story ends. In 1989, at the Collins' request, the National Park Service ventured into Floyd's Cave. Continuing on a more than 60-year tradition, a team of people worked over the course of several days to remove him from the cave. They took him out, left the cave, locked it behind them, and laid Floyd to rest at the Mammoth Cave Baptist Church Cemetery. After 64 years in Sand Cave, he is now finally at peace.
Oh my god.
The end. Thank you to Wendigoon as Floyd.
If you don't let me out, I'm going to hire a gang of hitmen to come to your house and kill your family.
Samito as Homer.
The BTS meal McDonald's bag that has
I'm
McDonald's
hungry.
and BTS. Shut the fuck up.
The editing is so good.
Some BTS, bro.
Ordinary Things as Miller.
I'm enthusiastic, but would ultimately duck out the back exit.
Rusty Cage as Gerald.
Oh, well, hello there. Haven't seen y'all in a while. Welcome to my new home.
And many kudos as Burden.
Hey, buddy. You right down there? You little sleepy? We get your coffee?
Just waiting for a mudslide to drive him back in, right?
Cup of Joseph from a little sleepy guy?
Also, by the way, in case you're confused about the channels, this is how it works now.
Ah.
And do not forget, World of Tanks, World of Tanks. None of this would have happened if Floyd had got World of
All right. Well, that was an exceptionally long stream. So thank you so much for joining me tonight, everybody. It was really nice to just kind of vibe.
Hey everyone, so as you probably know at this point, I for one...
Anyway, wait for a tornado to sling his bones back into the cave. The earth wants to swallow this man. Yeah, so go ahead and join the Discord if you haven't. Make sure you vote in the Tuesday's New Tale and Stuff poll. I will be back on Thursday to play some Pokemon TCG. I love you. Have a good night. Sleep well when you do. Goodbye.